Welcome home to Big Apple Mountain Tarot. I'm Mike Rusnak.
I'm Everest Tall. Today we are going to be speaking to you
About The Last Dance.
from Big Apple Mountain Tarot in New Mexico. We have a new moon coming up in Capricorn on December 30th at 3:27 p.m. Mountain Time, which is where we are.
5:27 p.m. Eastern, 10:27 Greenwich Mean Time.
Right. So Capricorn is a really important earthly energy. It is top-down structures. It's a feminine energy, earth energy.
Sea goat.
Sea goat. We just had Pluto. Pluto just moved out of Capricorn very recently. So this is brand
the
new.
first new moon without Pluto in Capricorn. Wow.
Since like what, 2008, 2007? So for everybody, this is going to be a really new energy to start things fresh for 2025.
Yeah, and we have the ruler of Capricorn, Saturn, is sextiling this new moon.
Right.
So that's extremely lucky. The
Yes.
moon, and the sun and moon won't be opposed to anything or square to anything.
Weird.
So let's take this moment and really build something practical, new, and very useful for ourselves.
Let's appreciate this practical, helpful energy. Now, Saturn, who rules Capricorn, Saturn, the big taskmaster, the kind of the tough teacher, works really well with us to give structure and limitations and boundaries and support.
It's a deflating energy, sometimes very frustrating,
Yes.
because it's very practical.
Yeah.
It's very earthly. It's very much about what we can do with the time we have right here, right now. Not about dreams. It's not like Jupiter.
Right.
It doesn't promise a lot. It's very, very restrictive.
Right. And we usually get in trouble with Saturn when we go outside of its boundaries and we're really overextending ourselves beyond our earthly limitations. So Saturn.
Yeah. And at the same time, Neptune is at 27 degrees Pisces, sextiling Uranus and also Pluto.
Right.
Very beneficial. The day after this new moon, Mars will be in an opposition to Pluto. This is a day to watch.
Yeah, this is a day to watch.
So New Year's Eve. Nah. Yeah.
There's going to be power struggles.
Yeah. There will be another Mars-Pluto opposition in February, so it's another day to watch.
So you can imagine in your mind, Mars, god of war, and Pluto, the god of the underworld and rebirth and secrets, kind of being opposite in this tense opposition.
And Pluto is in the house of the people. So this is about global conflicts.
Revolution.
Last time Pluto was in Aquarius, it was the French Revolution and the American Revolution, and by golly, I feel like revolution's in the air.
Don't you feel it? I feel the revolution. And
that's okay. Let it rip.
And geopolitically, it's there. It's in the air. There's sabotage. There's intrigue. There's collapse of like systems that have the 20th century systems are kind of like collapsing around us, and it's quite exciting.
I'm just trying to get to the market and back.
I'm just trying to get that bread and milk. Without these drones.
January 6th is another day to circle because that is the day that Mars retrogrades into Cancer. Also that day, Mercury will be conjunct the galactic center at 27 degrees of Sagittarius and square to Neptune. So that's an important day for realizations, learning.
Right.
Something new is coming in to our consciousness.
From the galactic center, which is 27 degrees Sagittarius. There's a point in space. That's the center of the galaxy where information's coming into us.
Watch your dreams and listen and keep looking up. Even if you see drones and crazy UFOs, keep looking up.
Look up to the stars.
Keep looking up.
Yeah, it'll change.
The information is up there. It's outer space. It's inner space. Not so much on the ground.
Right.
but out there. Yeah.
But on the ground, us humans have this really good opportunity to create a certain amount of sovereignty and power physically within our public sphere. Capricorn rules like the public sphere, career, it's how you're seen publicly, what people think about you.
Our goals, our legacy.
Goals, legacy. It's like real earthly stuff happening here on this moon, and it's pretty fresh and very supportive and will help everybody.
What will we be remembered for? What do we want to grow? What do we want to have done by next year at this time? Think about that. Plant a seed, let the moon grow it.
Yeah.
The moon grow it. January 12th, our nodes shift. There's so much action packed into January here. This isn't last year's video because the nodes were not shifting at that point, but they are now. So January 12th, the nodes shift. The north node will be in the sign of Pisces. So this is spirituality.
Spirituality, off-world stuff. North Node represents the karma, the future that we're going into.
Collective focus.
Our collective focus.
For 18 months. And where the eclipses will happen too. And our first eclipse happens in March.
So the North Node, Pisces, kind of off-world, outer space. There's no boundaries to it. The South Node, Virgo, healthcare, our gut biome, farming,
service to others,
agriculture, how we feed ourselves.
It's not an abandoning of that, of those themes, but it's moving away from and focusing more on spirituality.
Yeah.
On water, right? Pisces.
Water. The very basic kind of earthly stuff, water management.
Right.
Like ships on the sea.
Like oil, prisons,
hello.
the media,
Absolutely. The news, addiction, fantasy, fog.
Yes, I think unfortunately it'll be a time that just spins people out because it's just too much for. Okay, so just quickly before we pull cards from the signs.
Yeah.
Mars retrogrades into Cancer on January 6th.
Yes.
And we just came through Mars in Cancer. Remember, that was the rather frustrated, maybe a little bit passive aggressive. And I'm saying this only so that we could get our heads around the energy. It will be, Mars will be trining to the water signs through the spring. Yeah. So that's great for getting things done, starting new projects.
Creating steam.
Yeah. Yep. And then it'll move back into Leo, and then Mars will be trining the fire signs again. Yep. So it's a really long transit.
It's a long transit between Cancer and Leo. Yeah. Mars in Cancer is really uncomfortable and kind of a little passive aggressive. Mars in Leo, fire and fire, is really
a little easier.
And kind of inspired and gives a lot of sovereignty and a lot of lordship, one might say. So there's going to be a little bit of a back and forth between this passive-aggressive energy and sovereignty. And then Pluto in the mix is also going to create some power struggles.
We're just saying, don't burn out.
And I think kind of like everybody be a little subtle and just kind of try and get along.
Yeah.
Try to get along with each other.
Just turn off the phone. Turn off the news. Turn off the phone.
Yeah, maybe watch. Watch what you say, Everest. So we're gonna start on tarot, and we're gonna start with Capricorn.
Yes, because this is their moon.
Yes.
So for Capricorn rising, Capricorn moon. This is for you. This new moon is all for you. It's about your ego, your identity, your job. Yes. Your life's work.
Your place on Earth.
Yeah.
Everything about you.
How others see you.
And the sun and the moon, your emotions and your ego are together, and this one's really special just for you.
Yeah. This is a new beginning, something that you want to complete by the end of next year, say. But a brand new direction, and use this time of intergalactic messaging to think far outside of the parameters where you are comfortable. Right. This card's for you. Okay.
Hey.
All right. So we have the Six of Swords. Right.
We're going to warmer waters.
These are your old ideas.
Swords are thoughts. Swords are ideas.
Sometimes it's just never resolved and nothing comes of it. Yeah. And it's time to just push off in a new direction. Maybe take a vacation to clear the air, right?
Yeah, Pluto has left. Capricorn is in Aquarius now.
Sigh of relief.
Sigh of relief. So now you can leave all that work that you've been doing since 2008, 2007, and kind of move on with, your family, the group that you're with, your kind of chosen family, and kind of move it on to a warmer, more...
Or find new importance.
That's it.
Where you've missed it,
Yeah.
Like, what's really important after this time?
Right.
After Pluto left your sign, what does that leave you with,
Yeah.
Is it more like legacy-oriented, life and death? I wish I spent more time doing fill in the blank. I wish I spent more time on this. And less time on,
Time to move our thoughts and our family into a new warmer waters.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For Aquarius rising, King of Swords.
Okay, so Pluto is in Aquarius. Also, Venus is in Aquarius. The King of Swords, soft robes, doesn't need the armor on it because it's got the Sword of Truth. There's a single kind of like truth that's kind of
it's rising above everything else.
Yeah.
Right? Cutting through the madness and the noise and the confusion and just, I see.
Now,
Eureka.
Now, Aquarius, this is in your 12th house. Mm-hmm. So this has to do not with mental activities, but kind of like off-world truths and spirituality. There's no boundaries
Universal to this. Karmic
Universal
law.
karma. Karma, this is like the big ideas. These are synchronicities that are happening. These are like secrets coming through.
Yeah, the language of symbols.
This isn't necessarily like verbal.
Right.
It's like thoughts and feelings and the telepathy that happens emotionally between people through time. It's just real weird, lovely stuff, but it's off-world.
Pisces and Pisces rising, this energy is in your 11th house.
Hey.
A cycle has been completed, right?
Yes.
Saturn is there cutting through all of the noise, all of the bowl. You've just had it. You can't do anymore. You have to go in a completely new direction.
Yes.
The sun is rising for you.
And that sun is the North Node because
it's entering your sign and it's going to be all about Pisces for the next 18 months. So it's all about you. So this is, a hard truth,
right?
But a good card because it means you're done.
You're done.
You're done. And now you start something new.
Yeah. And I think...
And 11th house is about your friendships, right? Your networks.
Yeah, it's the friendships, it's the networks, and it's a revolutionary energy that's happening. It's a revolution in how we deal with each other and how we communicate.
How we use technology, how we're used by technology.
And I dare say that this is a revolution on the way that you communicate with friends and families on your particular Piscean thoughts. And, it's not here. It's up here now.
And maybe you haven't been heard.
Yeah. Or maybe we don't understand what you've been saying until now.
Right.
Big energy.
Our loss.
Yeah, well, it won't be any more because you'll tell us. Dear Pisces.
Okay, so Aries rising.
Oh my God.
Okay.
10th house.
This is the node. The North Node is leaving Aries. Yeah. And this energy is about your 10th house.
10th house, career.
So this is about your career, professional life, how people see you, how you do at work.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this image of the tower is a little shocking, but I find it to be really beneficial and helpful. Imagine a tower that is built on sand. It just can't sustain itself. The structure will collapse eventually. We need things to collapse so we can rebuild them stronger. 10th house is not just career in our job, but it's how we're seen publicly. So this is a public revolution, a collapse of the old and a rebuilding of the new that's going to be stronger and better. You know, the old structures are not helping us, and we need to do something new. This would be a great time for a new job.
For Aries, it's like, what is the thing that you secretly want to do?
Right.
That you just haven't been able to.
Yeah. Are you stuck in an old?
Yeah. What's your secret passion?
What's your secret passion? Are you stuck in an old, career path? Is it time to quit your job and move to something totally radical?
Yeah. Is your whole life, suburbia and bills and car and payments and blah 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 blah.
But now it's also a warning here. It's the tower. Things will collapse.
They always do.
They always do. So it's a blessing of collapse, but it's also a warning about collapse. So be aware.
Okay, so for Taurus rising, you get the 3 of Cups.
Circles of support.
Yeah, that's
Cups
beautiful.
Our emotions.
And this energy is centered around your 9th house. So this is about higher learning, bringing in new knowledge, new information, legal issues.
Yes.
Right?
Travel, justice.
Yeah, justice.
Long distance travel and justice, and the belief in justice. We have Uranus has been with you for a while and will be with you for a while, kind of shaking things up. But here we have people coming together from different places, maybe from different countries, from different cultures, helping you support. This is a new energy on how we believe about ourselves.
Yeah. Finding value in that diversity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long distance goals. Imagine the target and arrow shooting, and you believe that you will hit your target. It's a new energy for a new year, setting up beliefs, and people will help you, and just share that beautiful kindness.
Highly optimistic.
Highly optimistic.
So Gemini rising, this energy hits your 8th house. So this is the house of sex, death,
Other people's money.
regeneration. Yeah.
The occult.
Taboo issues. Jupiter
is with you, which is kind of a little strange because Jupiter rules your opposite sign. So there's a tension there on what we believe.
Yes, it's not so comfortable.
No.
You get the Knight of Pentacles.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Slow, plodding, methodical. Knights, if you can imagine the hierarchy, knights work for the king. They're kind of waiting for the orders on how to move.
Ears are open.
Pentacles it's money, but it's values. It's earthly values. It's very kind of what's happening on earth.
What you stand for, what means a lot to you that other people don't quite see. Yeah. Bring that idea to other people.
Yeah, and how can, for this year, how can you put this guy to work? In this 8th house, sex, death, occult world.
Just keep waiting for the signal. Wait for the signal.
The big signals from Jupiter.
Yeah. For Cancer and Cancer rising, this energy is in your 7th house. So this is ships of all kinds, relationships, friendships, companionships. Okay. You get the 9 of Wands.
All right. Now imagine what it would feel like to be this fellow who was a little beaten up. People talk about this card being guardrails and putting up boundaries.
Relationships, friendships of all kinds. Who hasn't been there for you, and they should have, right? Yeah. What has happened in the last year that's shown you who your friends are and who they are not? And right. You can't do again, and Mars is moving back into your sign too. So this is like, oh my God.
And imagine Cancer. Okay, so it's a hard shell, squishy insides. The crab has to be very careful of what it takes in because it'll poison itself. There's no way for it to leave the shell. So put the guardrails up after we've you're right, Mike. You know, who's been on your side, who's been with you, who's been friends, who's been family, and who has just kind of not been there, or who's been a negative influence, and you're like, yo.
And that's like hard information to digest and to own and to say, why they haven't. But, you know, Cancerians must. They have to for their own protection.
Otherwise, you will literally get sick.
Yeah.
If you don't do this energy, if you don't protect yourself, if you keep the poison out, if you have the boundaries to protect your emotional self, you'll do really well.
Boundaries, guardrails, caution, temperance. Caution.
Yeah.
Okay, Leo rising. This energy is about your 6th house. So that's daily routines, service to other people, with Mars opposite Pluto. It's maybe a check on how you work your own bedside manner with others, right?
I think bedside manner, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. And we get the 5 of Pentacles.
Okay, Leo.
Out in the cold, we're doing it ourselves. We gotta do it ourselves. It's the only way to do it. You know? No. It's not.
No, okay.
It's not. We can ask for help. It doesn't feel good to ask for help, but we have to, because sometimes it's the wisest choice, right?
And I'm going to say, as a Leo fan, as a big Leo fan, that Leo might be inside the church. You know, it might be the warmth inside the church, and perhaps
I think it might be the community.
That's better,
right?
The community inside the church,
because Aquarius, community, and Mars is in Leo, and that's opposite. It's about getting closer to people, but listening more.
Yeah.
Listening more.
In your bedside manner.
Yeah. You're not there to do, forge. Go inside and get some soup, Tiny Tim. All right, so for Virgo and Virgo rising.
Hey, 5th house.
Yeah, Virgo and Leo are flipped. So this is your 5th house. So this is about fun.
Children.
Yeah, children. A sense of play, a sense of romance.
Creativity,
too,
the joy in life.
Oh. And the joys in life that sometimes you don't fully grow into because it feels weird to enjoy instead of to serve, right? Yeah.
The lush life. The lushness of life.
Yeah.
You know, the grapes are on the vine.
Yeah.
You know, it's a beautiful day. Everything is fine. You know, the robes are silk. Everything is really luscious. It would be a wonderful time if you want to start a family. This would be a great time to start a family.
Or to just find a new romance.
Or
new
to
partner, to be a playful, curious child. Right?
That's one of the great things about the 5th house. It has a lot to do with childhood joy and the joy of play.
Yeah.
And imagine being, 6 or 7 years old and in a garden, chasing fairies and looking at birds and little bugs. And it's that kind of like wonderful
that childlike curiosity.
Childlike curiosity.
It's Virgo. Libra rising, this energy is about your 4th house. So this is about your home, your nurtured space, how you nurture yourself, how
we mother ourselves.
How you're a mother to yourself.
This is perfect. Okay.
So you get the 5 of Cups, right?
Yeah. Now, we just came out of South Node, Libra.
Yeah. We're still there for another second.
It's finishing up. So, there's been loss.
Yeah.
There's been change. Emotional energy. 5 of Cups. It's not particularly comfortable energy. Has to do with mourning. This fellow here is looking at what he has lost in these 3 spilt cups.
Not unaware of the 2 that are still there, still full.
Focusing on the loss, but not what they have.
Yeah.
Now for this new moon Capricorn energy in your 4th house.
It's about what goes on at home, outside of your workspace, right?
What is your home?
That's just private. That's just yours, your cozy place, right? Don't spend too much time crying about what you don't have and what has been lost. Right. Set a timer and then get over it, and then take action.
It's like, what is your new home? How do you nourish yourself right now and going on in the future with loss and change? Humans, we focus on the dramatic, emotional kind of darkness. It's easier to kind of get into those triggers.
The lizard brain stuff that we're like, reaction, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But there's still 2 cups. So 2 cups, if you can imagine the 2 of cups, there's relationships, there's love, there's companionship. There's a lot there. And this fellow who's presently in mourning, once they figure out that they've got those 2 cups and that there's love and relationships and kindness and caring, and there's a new home. There's a 4th house, new home, building yourself a new home.
Simplicity. Yeah. Scorpio rising. This energy is in your 3rd house. So this is front porch politics, community, siblings, communication, higher learning too, right? Short distance travels. You get the Queen of Wands. Wow. Right? Yeah.
All right. Fire.
Your intuition. Using your intuition.
Wands are inspiration. It represents fire. Our passions. We have the Queen of Wands. Queens are seen as receptive. It's not necessarily a woman or a man, but it's receptive. She's receptive because she has Snuffles, the cat, our intuition, and she's got her wand of passions and is just kind of looking over to the side to see what's coming in. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy for Scorpio.
Just connect to your intuition.
Connect to your intuition on the way we speak.
Yeah.
Now there's something about speech and miscommunications and the power of the words that we have. What we do right here.
As we use words, we see the multiverse shifting around us, right?
Right. And what we're doing right here is 3rd house stuff. Yeah. We're giving you words that have meaning and information
and symbols connected.
And symbols. Right. And we're putting ourselves out on the line here, and we're constantly talking about it to each other, did we do a good job? Are we making sense? Blah, 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 blah. But there's that trust in the words.
Open your mind.
Open your mind.
For Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Last but not least, this energy is in your 2nd house, right?
Money.
And it's about money. And when you are not seeking and looking and expanding and into your faith, how are you enjoying the luxuries that surround you?
Right.
Your home, your comforts, your food, the deliciousness of life. And you get the High Priestess. So these are ancient secrets guarded well.
These are big secrets. This is real big, higher knowledge. Now the 2nd house is how we feed ourselves, but it's also, this is the happening Capricorn.
Yeah.
So it's publicly how you're seen, and how we're expressing ourselves in our values. Sagittarius values of big thoughts, higher belief,
justice,
faith, justice, and expressing ourselves and being seen publicly as being a very profound energy, keeper of secrets and higher knowledge.
A guardian.
That's it. A guardian of higher knowledge. And what can we do with that? If you have that obligation of knowing something, how can you help everybody else? Because
what good is it for everyone else?
What good is it for everyone else?
Right.
How can you benefit everyone? We're in this revolutionary energy, which is about the people.
Is it about teaching?
Yeah. Man, I would love to go to school with her. I don't know if I could handle it, but it's that teaching element to it. of our values and how we nourish ourselves. Wow.
So there we have it.
What a moon. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So new moon energy. We said a lot, but it's about simplicity, simple beginnings, new steps, intuition, listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. As always, keep looking up, and we love you very much.
We love you very much. Thank you so
you,
much
thank
for
you.
your comments, likes, and shares. See you next time. Bye.